Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the Frostbite stream. This is the third day. We are wrapping up the last game of the third round of Swiss. After seeing the results of the Mass Valorant Pirates versus the 101 Thieves, the teams will be seeded into their last Swiss matches, and after those are played, the top 4 teams will be moving on to the bracket stage of the competition. Looking here, we can see the charities selected by each team. And as a reminder, throughout the duration of the tournament, any subs, tips, donations, bits, whatever we receive, is going to go to the charity selected by the winner of the tournament. All the teams are still in it. On the standings, the team will be grayed out if they are no longer in the competition. Every other team that has their text in full black will be still competing, so any of their charities can still be selected. The rosters for Mass Valorant Pirates versus 101 Thieves are as followed. Looks like they are on the opposite side, so I'm going to have to fix that real quick. But for the Valorant Pirates, it is going to be PB, Julian, Valor, Evan, and Psycho Carrot, as it has been throughout the tournament. And for the other side, Will is actually playing in this game, which is kind of hype. He hadn't been able to play previously during the tournament, but he did hop in for this third game for his team. Not sure what their overall order is going to be, so just going to take a quick peek at it. It looks like it is going to be maybe Silico top, Jackson jungle, Taxi mid, and then Will and Dominic in the bot lane. I'm not entirely sure though. We will have to get into game and find that one out. Just another short delay while I do get these assets ready for us. And yeah, on that note, we can hop into game here. As always, if anyone wants to help cast, please feel free to. It is going to be rough solo casting 4 games on my own, but we'll see if my voice can hold up. Psycho Carrot saying in chat that he accidentally locked in Soraka for the blind pick because he was attempting to, in fact, ban Soraka, which is really funny. So we'll get to see the accidental Psycho Carrot Soraka gameplay. But Julian starting off super aggressively, winning out the trade initially, but the PTA proc from Jackson coming back over the other way is evening that out. Taxi and Valor both taking some early damage. Valor immediately looking to channel the back. He wants to make sure he's back in lane at full health. PB just setting up for some early vision. This top lane is going to be a bit evil. We have Gragas versus Shaco. The Shaco is going to be very interesting. Silico is a bit of a Shaco enjoyer, so we'll get to see something creative. He's been playing off meta picks the whole time. Will just popped Ghost. Not entirely sure what the point of that was. Probably a little misclick. A bit rusty. He had not been playing in the previous games, as I mentioned earlier. So this is actually the first time we'll get to see 101 Thieves play with him. And I'm now noticing that MVP is showing up as the green team, which is obviously not correct. So going to be fixing that shortly. But hopefully the assets will be correct soon. A small fight breaking out here. No kills should be going down. Lots of healing present in the bot lane. Alright, there we go. Except it says that they have a series score, which is not entirely correct. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Not much has happened. Evan's poking down pretty efficiently here. Does have the first strike, looking to pick up some extra gold. Wheels chunked down to about half. We do see Dominic on a different pick here, which is pretty exciting. We get to see a lot of his Twitch, or a lot of his Morgana, which I do enjoy. But obviously seeing a more diverse champion pool is always exciting. The Thresh is an interesting pick, very different from Morgana. Taxi's in a bit of trouble here. Valor looking for a very aggressive trade, and Julian's coming up behind on the Xin Zhao. Warwick is here, can turn the fight. Warwick very powerful early, flashes right onto Valor, gets the fear off, forces the flash in exchange, but now he's falling down super low. He's trying to lifesteal up onto Julian, and Taxi's looking for this kill onto the Azir. Is able to pick it up, first blood going over to Taxi. He's now running down towards the mid lane with both the Gragas and the Xin in tow. Taxi is now falling down super low, and he's just trying to get as much of the wave as possible before he does end up falling down to PB in the top lane. Shaco did look for a roam here, is actually still chasing this. Silico is known to be a bit of a menace on the Rift, does not let anyone get anything easily, that's for sure. Yeah, he's not going to be able to steal the Scuttle Crab. He's realizing that now and is just going to channel the recall, but now he's trapped in no man's land, and the advantage he could have had top lane is completely gone. He just spent about a minute roaming for nothing, and it's now getting just all in by Julian. Is now getting knocked up. Valor does have vision of him, and he has no flash to escape, so he's probably just going to end up falling here. And not the roam that you are looking for there on the Shaco. He's not able to pick up the Rift Scuttler, and he does end up dying. Immediately teleporting back into the top lane at a CS deficit now where he was previously ahead. Just a bit of the Joka gameplay here, but now Warwick is running towards the top lane, might be able to get something done here. The fear is what we want to look for, but the body slam out from the Gragas, and he is perfectly fine. Some Void Grubs are being taken by the 101 Thieves. They're looking to get that tower taking power throughout the game. Very important. And it should make up for the gold deficit that they're currently at. Will is playing his signature Twitch. That's usually banned out against him. His team picking up the third Void Grub. It's been a really good spot, but Dominic just getting completely poked out. But now that they're greeting for the kill on the Thresh, Will can get some damage in return. The E has not come out though. Hook going down onto the Soraka, and there could be a fight breaking out, but we're really just trying to keep the Thresh alive. A little bit of a rotate in the mid lane. Taxi getting a lot of damage down onto Valor, but not able to pick up the kill with Xin there to deter him. Silico getting heavily traded on here. Not the position you want to be in. Warwick will have a lot of move speed towards Azir, but the shifting sands does provide a lot of safety there, so it's hard to just fully commit to the gank. 3 members are committed down towards the bot side. It's spotted out on a control ward, but it's possible that they could be looking for a play nonetheless. And the Warwick is going for the play mid, but as I said, it's hard to really find it, so he's just going to turn tail and go to the dragon. A lot more objective control coming out here for Jackson than there was for Julian, but Julian putting a lot of pressure down in the lanes. Looks like Warwick was actually maybe looking for a lane gank instead. Neither team actually wants to start up this mountain dragon. And in ideal world, for MVP, since they have a bit less early objective pressure, they want to be able to trade the remaining Void Grubs with this dragon. So it makes sense that they're not starting it up. They want to wait until Jackson commits to one and then kind of go for the other. But Jackson's starting up the dragons right now. I don't know when the second group of grubs is spawning. They don't give us a timer for that. Objective control here looking pretty good for the 101 Thieves. Should even out the power levels in the game. And now a fight is breaking out. Huge hook going down onto Soraka, gets knocked back, and Will's going for so much damage, and Rise is here as well. Same as Zin, lots of members from both sides. But it's just going to be 1-for-0, and Silico gets knocked into tower. He's going to pop the ultimate, but it is not going to matter. Nice solo kill for PB there on the top side. Bit of a newer role to him. Jackson going over the wall with his ultimate is going to get the fear off and should be able to complete this kill under tower, but the flash is forced out. He could have traded the flash, but likely would have ended up dying under tower. Yeah, kill for Will on the Twitch is really what you want to see here for the 101 Thieves. He's super comfortable on that champion. But a huge fight is breaking out here. Jackson overstaying his welcome just a little bit. That camp is going to get smited away from him. And the ultimate is there to deter the play that Dominic was looking to make. Yeah, Dominic hitting another hook. He's just going to flip in. That Soraka's probably just going to die. Huge stuff from Dominic there. They're looking for a tower dive, and instead he just completely turns to play. His skill shot accuracy in these games has been so good. He always lands those Morgana binds, and I guess Threshku is more the same. Powerful pickup for 101 Thieves if they do end up getting that contract inked. But I believe as of now he is unsigned. Hasn't gotten any signups in, or at least not very many. Yeah, it looks like the other set of Void Grubs is going to go to MVP. Silico playing a little aggressively, but he's now trapped in between 4 members. Another huge ultimate coming out from PB. The ultimate is there for Silico, but it's just a bit too late to dodge the ultimate. Valor with a huge flash ulti, and is able to flash out over the wall to keep himself alive. Taxi already has this row of stacking. It's going to be done at around 20 minutes. Huge power spike, likely well before the game is going to end. And Will's stealthing. He knows he's in a bit of trouble. And it's going to be really hard for him to get out, except no, the lantern's there. This new champion in Dominic's pool is looking pretty good. I was wondering if there'd be a bit of a learning curve. I'm not sure how much Thresh he's played. Normally we just see him on Morganari, so the change of pace, doing pretty well. What you like to see. Hook coming out, narrowly misses. Silico is just dancing around in the top lane, trying to get some stuff done. And Jackson is down here for a gank, but that chunk from Misfortune was huge. It makes it really hard to go for a play here. The ulti is coming out, gets Psycho Carrot down to very low health. The ultimate is forced out. And Will's able to pick up one, but Misfortune ulti does so much. Valor's going to be able to pick up Dominic on the backside of this, and that is a kill for Evan onto Will. Jackson has to turn in, try to lifesteal up some, but it's not going to be enough. Julian falling down to about half health, but that's just the second kill going down to Evan. Will was about even in gold, but those 2 kills mean that he's way far behind. The about 30 CS lead that Evan has up on him is very significant. Oh, and this time PB is going to miss the ultimate. Silico looking to trade some health back, but PB can likely just get a kill if he commits the flash. Yeah, and he went for it. Unfortunately, he's going to miss the Q, and Silico's going to pick this one up. Cheeky Ignite as PB is walking out of range. I respect the play, but unfortunately PB does miss the Q. Have been really accurate with all of his skill shots up to that point. Gold lead about 2k in favor of MVP. About 1,000 of that is mitigated by that Mountain Dragon on the other side, though not as much power early game as it will be late. Jackson in a bit of a tough spot here, but Will is ulting here on Twitch to try and keep him in the fight. Does not take the Lanterns, trying to leave it for Will, but Will's just caught out too. That's a double kill for Julian. 4-0-5 on the Xin Zhao. Really good start here. And I don't think the hook is still available for Dom here, making it a bit of a tough dive to survive. Silico just throwing the ulti out, trying to just bait with this clone as the real Shaco is recalling. Should buy him a little bit of time. PB probably hoping he got a kill there, but isn't getting one. MVP able to pick up a dragon there, evening things out and solidifying themselves with their about 3,500 gold lead at this point in the game. In a really good position. They're looking for this dive here. Julian behind the tower is looking for this. They're looking for Dom first. He falls down super low. One more Autosol is going to take, and he ults to pick him up. Crazy play. Now Will's falling down super low. They're going to try to gift this one over to the Misfortune. Able to pick it up, and that's a kill for both of these turbo-fed members of the other team. And PB just completely outplays Jackson. Jackson was looking for a gank. Does pop the ultimate, and PB just knocks him under tower. Incredible play there. Good dodge from Silico. PB anticipating where he could be, and then just walks back into his own barrel for protection. Good trading pattern there. Taxi taking so much poke from Valor here, but he is moving forward. Both of these control mages are doing so much damage. Valor taking so much from the wave. If Taxi had Flash here, he might be able to pick up the kill, but he just barely doesn't have it. And he is going to get killed by Julian, coming in with a gank assist to save his captain. Now Silico getting silenced. Huge roam coming out here from Psycho Carrot, trying to get something done, but Shaco's just too evasive. He's able to get away. Now Silico is looking to interrupt this Rift Herald take, and Will goes behind, does pop the ulti, so much damage coming down onto Evan. The ult comes out, he flashes out of the ultimate, and the E comes down, and it is enough to kill, but not fast enough to save him. Dominic was just out of range of being able to help there. But Will does get the benefit of the shutdown. Should get him a bit of a good buy there. He's able to buy the full Zeal. Silico is messing with them so much. He's delayed the Rift Herald for such a long time, but unfortunately there's no one else around him to help really lock down this play. Taxi, really good job there, picking up the tower, shoving in the mid-wave. Does secure, I think, second tower for his team. The first tower had already fallen in the bot lane, so he's not getting a huge boost of gold from that, but anything helps. And huge flash ulti from Valor again, making really good use of it. Taxi is not flashing, he's just trying to get this kill here. And Valor just too mobile, is able to get away. And now Will's looking for another kill and doesn't want to die in exchange this time. It does go over to the Thresh, but you're still knocking this Fortune off the board, and the big shutdown earlier was claimed already by the Twitch. Warwick a bit into enemy territory here, Valor a bit low. Ryze ulti, Warwick ulti, both available. Maybe a pick angle here. Julian looking for a fight onto the Warwick. Warwick does pop the ulti, falls down really low. It was slightly canceled, and the healing was crazy. Soraka and just keeping Xin alive. And Xin gonna get 3 kills? Maybe 4. Taxi flashes forward, looking for Psycho Carrot. Psycho Carrot falls down to sub 100 health. Julian doing so much damage here. Gets the knockoff, and that's a quadra kill for the Xin Zhao. That is insane. PB is just fishing for this kill on Silico. He does see him, and he's going to pick it up and get the ace for his team, but Holy, Julian playing so well there. I think we'd heard previously on stream that Champ's a little weak. I would argue the opposite. That was insane. Huge stuff coming out. He's now just sitting in the bush, waiting for someone to walk up just too far. Huge MVP party in the jungle. Really scary for anyone to walk in. And Dom is the one that gets caught here. I'm afraid there's no escape for him. A 6,000 gold lead with all these early game champions is making it really difficult for 101 Thieves to have a chance in this game. No one across the map has a lead for their team. Silico looking for an aggressive trade here, but that huge Q is hitting both the clones. Jackson did pop the ulti looking for a kill onto PB here, but PB gets the ult onto Silico to take him down, is traded back by the Warwick. Shutdown going over to him, but wow. PB looking so good on this Gragas here, just going with the full AP build. Crazy stuff. And Valor in a bit of trouble here. Does go in, flicks Will back into his tower, and that wall putting in so much work actually traps them both into tower range. Huge ultimate from Valor there. He's able to gift one kill over the Misfortune, and now they're able to pick up a turret. He does get a little caught out, but he's able to make it work. 4-2-4, not the loudest performance on his team, but a really solid Azir play for Valor here. We're seeing a bit of a different type of champion coming out from him. And I didn't realize you could hop into the Rift Herald during combat, but it's a bit interesting. Able to pick up a kill onto the Thresh there, and now Evan finds the correct shake and was able to pick him up. The minions are going to pop the clone. Now Evan feeling like he's in a bit of trouble. Jackson is coming down, and Misfortune is so fast. Ghostblade, Ghost, and Strut all popped. Able to actually outrun the Warwick when she's at super low health, which is a little bit interesting. And the gold lead for MVP is now snowballed to about 10,000. Really powerful position for them. They're up a dragon too. Not very fun. Taxi getting chunked there by the Gragas. Julian goes in, is getting hit by the tower, falling down a little low. They see Dominic there, they're a little scared. And Twitch is coming in, he's still stealth. Ultimate not yet available, but Will does get that slow with the Bork onto Psycho Carrot and is able to gift the kill over to Taxi. Jackson's looking for a play here. Valor does flip him off, and he's falling down super low, but he's actually just able to walk out of the Misfortune ulti, but she's able to just tap him as soon as the ulti ends. And wow, MVP's just cleaning up. It's 4 for 2, so some of their members are getting picked off, but Silico is the last remaining living member for the 101 Thieves, and it looks like this might be the last nail in the coffin for them. Pretty big respawn timers here, and the Xin and Misfortune are so fed at this point in the game. Yep, goes in, pops Silico. He should be able to find the kill. Isn't super overextending, didn't get feared into the turret, got feared a little bit away from it. They are just looking for this Baron though. They want to make sure that they end safe. And Warwick is going to cause some trouble for Misfortune. She's running away pretty fast in the bullet rain, hail of bullets, something like that. Make it rain? Make it rain. Is getting a good slowdown onto Warwick, making it so he's not able to chase her. There is a play going out here, though. Jackson's looking to get this kill onto Evan. He gets the fear off, but Soraka's here with the healing, and wow, he had that if it was a 1v1, but the Soraka heals are just too much. Taxi was really looking for this. He does have the ultimate available if he chooses to use it, but no, he just flashes to make sure that he gets that shutdown. 500 gold going into his pocket. He's almost at his 3-item spike. Rise getting a lot of work done. Dominic looking for a hook. He's not able to find it. The Baron take for MVP just never ended up happening. A lot of pings going down there. It's clear that they were looking for it, but they just weren't able to find it. Valor getting a huge cash out on that side lane turret, trying to get himself to be one of these stronger members of his team. Hard to compete with 10 kill MF and 12 kills Zinza though. Taxi might have found someone. Pops the phase rush, pops the rise passive, and he's just trying to get out of there. Pings are coming down onto the Baron. MVP wants to make sure that they can end the game before they get outscaled, because that rise and Twitch would be complete menaces in the late game. Next dragon is spawning soon, could be an important objective. Evan just caught out, gets immediately suppressed by the Warwick, and he's just going to die. Soraka ult came down, but it didn't really do anything. Some more pings are coming down, they're pinging vision, and now Taxi stumbles into the whole team. He's just getting chain CC'd here, there's nothing he can really do. He's trying to run fast away. Almost made it out actually, PB ulting to get him, and then Valor now looking for a kill there. Is he able to win the 1v2? He might versus the Thresh. The box isn't going to do much to him. And yeah, he's able to dodge out the hook. It's just a question of can he chase him down. And there we go. Valor picking up the ace for his team. And this should be the end of the game. 3 members of MVP being able to handle 3 up on the top side. And Valor just winning a 1v2 on the bot side. This is the mid lane Valor we like to see. Good stuff coming out from him there. Silico did drop a really good box there. Actually stops them from ending the game. He was able to hit all 3 members, force them into tower a little bit. Interested to see what objectives are going to go for. Julian cheekily knocking Psycho Carrot back in the way, baiting the Warwick. I don't know if that was planned or not, but oh my god, what a play. The blast cone going nuts. Evan looks like he's caught out again. Rise going for the flank. Is trying to figure out which way he's going. And Will is probably going to be able to ult here. Actually did not have it, did not need it. Shut down, going to Twitch. He's hoping he can complete 3 items. Evan went for the AD Darksteel and then died on his own twice. Not the highest value pickup, but I don't think it matters when you're up 12,000 gold at 25 minutes. Another Air Drake is picked up for MVP. They're probably going to try to close out this game soon. PB just dissuading Dom, but Psycho Carrot gets caught out a little bit, and Valor just annihilates Silico. There's a bit of a rivalry there. They're pretty good friends, so it's always fun getting to watch them play against each other. Julian going in, and the Warwick tried to ulti onto the Soraka in the backline. Valor stepped in just in the way, he's able to stop it, and now he's knocking the Warwick into his own Soraka, who gets feared by the Silico box, and she almost dies, but actually is able to just survive through it, and Sinzao picking up the 13th kill of the game, putting him at 13, 0, and 13. What a score line. And Julian is one of our newer members of the server, so it's great to get to see him perform so strongly in the first tournament he's able to participate in. Securing his team a 2-1 scoreline across the first 3 rounds of Swiss ties him for second. The only team achieving the 3-0 is Andromeda. Wow, really good game from MVP there. They weren't ahead the whole time. Felt like there was a bit of an angle coming out there for 101 Thieves right at the beginning of the game, but then Silica kind of overcommitted. And then it just kind of felt like they started slowly losing all the way across the map. Tough loss for 101 Thieves. They are going into the games that were played on Sunday, 4th round of Swiss and the bracket, with a bit of a losing streak going on, but hopefully the break after those 3 games do give them a bit of a mental reset. And they're able to perform a bit better. So taking a look at the standings after this game, as I did mention, we have one undefeated team at 3-0. We have Andromeda, 3 points. 101 Thieves, 0 points, unfortunately. As Valorant Pirates and Rift Sharks both earned their second win during the third round of Swiss, getting them to 2 points apiece. Spectres and Metabusters, unfortunately, both ended up losing their games, keeping them at 1 point apiece. Julian saying his ranked win rate says otherwise about Titanic Skies In. Well, you don't always have the amazing team behind you that you do when you're playing with MVP. That team has a history of success, especially in our spring seasons. Season 5, they were able to win the Frostbite tournament and then went on to win the season. So let's see if they're able to kind of carry on that legacy. Could be a bit interesting. See if they stay the Spring Kings. And we will look at the sorted standings. So these are the matchups that were selected for the fourth round of Swiss. Andromeda, with 3 wins, has locked their place in the bracket. It's possible that another team could get the first seed, but they're in a pretty good position to do it. All these teams are still in contention. Andromeda will be playing the Rift Sharks. MVP will be playing Spectres, and the Metabusters will be playing 101 Thieves. MVP did recently play Andromeda, and I believe these should be 3 fully new matchups. So every team has gotten to play 4 unique teams after this round, which is pretty cool. Don't ask me to remember which teams have not played each other. But it's just 3 matchups that we haven't seen once we get through these. So that should be pretty interesting. Going to try and get us into this Andromeda versus Rift Sharks game as fast as possible. No use dawdling. But these 2 teams are competing for the PCRF and the Oceans Defenders Alliance. So sitting at the top of the standings along with MVP, who's going for Vet Ranch. Again, they did win last year. They're trying to repeat that, I'm sure. So it should make for a pretty exciting next round of Swiss. Spectres and MVP, I believe, were first and second seeds in this tournament last year. So that is a bit of a fun lore rematch going on there. Also think that Spectres and MVP played each other in semifinals of Season 6. Spectres were the victors there. Yeah, Andromeda has yet to lose in this tournament. 3-0 so far. Rift Sharks do have a chance to try and take them down here. And we will have to see if that ends up happening. Rosters are a bit different because we did swap days here. Andromeda is actually still running the same one. They got Arnier Apari, Gruer, Honan, and Dad. Looking on the other side, we do get to see some games from Jacob on the Rift Sharks. We have Drago, Jar, Hidiri, Dean, and Jacob as the lineup for the Rift Sharks, and we are actually seeing a bit of swapping going on. We have the Jin mid, so why not send the Callista mid too, just for a bit of entertainment. Just a quick reminder, any donations, subs, anything does go fully to charity. For the duration of these streams. You only have 2 days left. Hopefully we'll get to beat last year's donations. I think we peaked out at around like 360. We're currently at $100 total, and the highest donation was $30 from Psycho Carrot. You are able to sub for extra months in advance, so you'll get to keep using your emotes, and skipping ads when you're watching the streams for Season 7 if you sub ahead a little bit. And that way, you will be giving your funds to charity. Good way to do it. Pretty uneventful start of the game. Both teams just playing a little bit out of range. Fury fishing for an early claw, is not able to find it, and the power of the Halablade's Ash support as really shown there, just able to walk up, get 4 autos down to Hidiri. It's a lot of damage traded back, but Hidiri's able to hit a never move, get some of that health back with the pull, stacking his passive. And Arnie trading pretty aggressively, dashes into the wave, is looking for a combo onto Drago here, basically trading even health both ways. That Fury is stacked up for his next ability. I wonder if the top laners are going to try to go for a full-out fight here. Arnie a little bit healthier. Another claw coming out from Hidiri. Fishing for something, but Honan doing such a good job on the Xerath here, just continuously poking them out. And Arnie runs in, he's able to break the Camille shield with the Empowered W. Really good timing there, and gets her super low. Down to about 100 health, stuck under tower, and with the level advantage for Arnie, he's looking really good in this lane. Trading is continuing to come down for Andromeda in the bot lane. Arnie just flashes in, gets the charge stun, and he dashes through with a slice to pick up first blood. Honan falls down almost immediately after in the bot lane, and Mason making stuff happen with the Wukong gank, able to pick up 2 kills for the Rift Sharks in the bot lane. 1 going over to him and 1 going over to the Swain for Hidiri. And Drago looking to pick up this kill here, but the stun is just too powerful and no flash to chase from Drago. Double mage bot lane, bit of a unconventional matchup here. Xerath just looking to poke down, Swain's looking to sustain a little bit, keep himself healthy, go for more extended fights. Mid lane is pretty boring, and I did play in this game. It's going to stay that way for quite some time. Gruer is a very safe laner and knows that the Jhin versus Kalista matchup is not ideal. He's just going to get run down. So he's going to be playing safe. But top lane is the complete opposite. They're just fighting as much as possible. Renekton is going to win these fights earlier, and once Camille does get enough gold, she's going to be able to start winning out. But for now, it does benefit Arnie a lot to just fight. Hidiri is not here for this, and Jacob's tanking a massive wave, so it's a really tough fight for him to take. And Mason's just getting poked down so much. Dad trying to get something done, but Mason's probably just going to fall down low and then head back into the jungle. Does help Hidiri keep the wave in a good spot, though. Farm advantages to Apari and Drago. Everything else is basically equal. Slight gold advantage to the Rift Sharks, but only because of the double kill compared to the single kill up in the top lane. The harass coming down from Swain and Xerath is both equal and annoying. Xerath bankrupting himself of mana here, and there could be an angle for a flank here for the Wukong. Dad is maybe looking to check this. Slowing down a little bit. You're just waiting to see if the Andromeda laners do decide to push up, but it looks like they're playing it safe, so there's not much of an angle there. Looks like all 3 Void Grubs are going to be taken by Andromeda, giving them that early tower pressure that we've been talking about so much. New objective is a bit interesting. The 3rd one is finally picked up there. Apari does cancel his back there. He's spotted out by Mason, but he's just going to go over the wall. The Wukong could chase, but not having that clone with you in the fight is a pretty big loss. Drago is losing a bit of his farm lead. Gold is evening out just a bit. Drago trading again with Arnie up in the top lane, looking to get something done. Theory, huge grab over the wall there, but it's hard to punish that without another ranged champion with you. Drago has no mana here. This fight could be a little bit rough. Fighting into a resourceless champion as Camille can be a bit frustrating at times. She tends to have some mana problems if you're trading too much. The pull does hit from Hidiri, and Jacob is going in, but Apari's here for the gank. Hidiri is trying to get away, does have the flash available if he really needs to save himself. Xerath ulti is coming down. Jacob's flying down super low, but he's able to flash out of some of it. The flash follow from Apari is there, and Hidiri's ghost is going to be able to save him. Was a good engage for Jacob, possibly, but the fact that Apari was there does make it a bit tough. Hidiri does get chunked, and now Mason's here sweeping to avoid getting spotted, and the ulti is going to miss everyone as Honan just pops the flash. And yeah, he's not able to catch up, and now Kane's coming, and he's going to be able to pick up the counter kill onto Mason. Mason almost goes in and picks up Honan there, but it just ultimately does not happen. Now Hidiri has ultimate, but he's just getting poked down from range by the Xerath. It's such a hard fight for him to win. And now all it takes is an Ash W to kill him, but he can just walk away safely. Yeah, it looks like there was a play coming down from mid, but is spotted out by a control ward in the Dragon Pit. Has to be taken before anything can be done. Drago looks to go in. The slice is just burned out from Arnie immediately to avoid the situation. Doesn't want to get in one of these fights. And gold lead has been taken by Andromeda. They're up about 1,000 now. There's extra kills coming down on the bot side of the map, going into their favor. And Brewer getting traded on pretty heavily here. Does drop down to about half health. Pari's there if needed to secure this. Mason has gone ahead and started the Dragon for the Rift Sharks, looking to pick up that Cloud Drake. Early move speed, always good.
Red team has slain the dragon.
As you know, game announcement on Kill Air Dragon Red. Now it looks like there is a potential gank coming out in the mid lane. The Callista tech for soul lane is to bind with your jungler, but Renekton ult coming out here is the thing to focus on. Camille just immediately walks away. That trade is successful for her. Jacob looking to lock down Honan, does get him stuck. The CC combo there was really good from the Rift Sharks bot lane. Hidiri healing up a bit. It's looking to get the Never move onto Dad. Is not able to find it though. But now the Void Grubs are getting picked up. This full 6 is denied from Andromeda. And they're looking to stop another one from being taken. Pari is knocked up. The Void Mites have been denied. Mason does get picked away and thrown back in, but now Arnie is over the wall, and kills are traded to start this off. Brewer with the 4-shot is trapped into Camille's Hextech ultimatum, and Drago is able to pick up one more kill. The Ash arrow does come through, isn't able to pick him up, but Arnie is able to grab another kill here. Really well played by him so far this game. Huge start on this Renekton. Did go 2 for 2 in that play, able to even it out a little bit, but the tower damage coming down from Andromeda just managing the wave a little bit better. Void Grubs are even, so the advantage is slightly in Riftshark's favor at this point in the game. They do have the Dragon advantage despite being down about 400 gold. Both mid lane ADCs had very similar CS in both 0, 1, and 2. No one really giving advantage in this matchup. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Soul Link list is a bit interesting. I usually tend to bind with the jungler if it's someone that you're looking to throw in fights. So it does offer a bit of a different experience compared to playing Kalista ADC traditionally. Drago looking to get something out of this 1v2, but Bari just runs away and Arnie just hops right on top of him and is able to interrupt the hookshot with the empowered W. Really good play there. Knowledge of the matchup is definitely present. Mason going in, looking to get a kill on Arnie, but that Renekton is so powerful at this point in the game. Hidiri is just getting lit up here, falls down super low, tries to pop the ulti, but I think he actually gets to keep the ability because it didn't go off. But double kill going over to Honan there. Xerath, one of his signature champions. We've seen a lot of it played in the support role and some of it in mid, but he can play at ADC too. He doesn't care. Game's slowing down a little bit. No major objectives to fight over until Rift Herald spawns in about 30 seconds. Pari is looking here for a gank. It's going to be spotted out pretty easily, but Drago may be showing up for a dive. The kiting is coming out. He's stacked up. He does go inside. Drago is able to drop the spears. He stays in there for long enough. Does get slowed a little bit under tower. The E is not going to connect. Lots of poke damage coming down. Onto the mid jungle for Andromeda, but not enough, and a lot of resources committed from Riftshark, so they're not really getting what they wanted out of it. Mason flashes over the wall, gets a double knock up with the ultimate, knocks Honan back into his team. He goes over the wall, but Leona had already hit the E, so she follows over, and that's a shutdown going on to Mason, able to pick up the Wukong, or able to pick up the kill onto the Wukong. Does kill Honan, who's playing Xerath. Drago looking for a trade here. Ping's coming down. Might get caught. And the hookshot goes down. It's huge damage coming out from Camille. Does get the W, and Drago should just be able to get that clean solo kill. Shutdown coming through, but Kayn just flash Qs, is able to pick up that kill. Yeah, that Red Kayn W is able to stop the Kalista from being able to chase him down. Jacob and Hidiri looking to get some work done on this tower, but the Ashe arrow comes through. Dad finally hit the 6 just a little while ago, and Hidiri flashes out of tower range, but it's just a bit too late. He's going to die to the tower anyway. Jacob tries to go in because what else are you going to do? The Leona's going to slow you down so much, or the Ashe is going to slow down so much. Sorry, I'm losing it. Mason is able to pick up that Exec Dragon, but it's going to fall down immediately. That's so many kills going in the way of Andromeda right here. And this is going to be another one. Lots of damage dealt on the Brewer, but he's able to just pick up an easy double kill at this point in the game. This game was very close, but now Andromeda's blowing it apart. They're getting about a 4,000 gold lead. They are down a couple dragons, which could make a difference. It's Ocean Soul, one of the more impactful ones, but I do think the 5,000 gold lead almost is going to be a bit more important. I would prefer to have that in my game than 2 dragons. Especially the Pari picking up the Rift Herald. should secure them more gold later on and some tower taking pressure. Drago looking to pick up this tower, but everyone and their mothers is coming after him. He's trying to TP out. The Ash Arrow does miss, and Arne flashes into the bush with the stun, is able to lock him down. Drago is attempting to get out, does have the hookshot, goes through the tower, but he's fallen down just low enough that the tower is able to pick him up. But it's a 3-man commit from the Rift Sharks, looking to get some damage down onto this tower. They get it down to about half health, and now they're running away. The Xerath ulti is coming through, is flashed away from Hidiri and Jacob trying their best to stay alive. Hidiri stacking up this ulti, and Apari is shut down with the Pierce Rend combo. Eliminating him from the game. Dad on a killing spree, 3-1-5 on this Ashe support, and Jacob is falling down so low, just going to get taken out by the Xerath. You had 3 people committed there, and you lose 2 of them in exchange for only 1. It is a shutdown, so you're not losing too much gold, but the loss of map pressure is huge. Rift Sharks were looking to pick up a mid tower, and instead ended up losing their own. Drago going in for a aggressive trade here. Gets Arne down to about half health, but Arne just heals so much on this Renekton. Champion's a bit crazy, especially with the Sundered Skies? Sundered Sky. And now Mason looking for the dive. Arne just walks right into him. The Wukong ulti is coming down, so is the Camille ulti. They just want to make sure that there's no shot that Arne gets out here. Tower might get picked up, but actually the counterplay is coming through. The bot lane, both expending ultimates onto Mason. Dad's able to pick up 1. The Ashe support getting pretty fed. And they are going to be able to stop Drago from getting this tower. Ashe flashes with some slows, and the exhaust comes through, putting Drago in a really bad position. He was almost able to hookshot out, but the exhaust, I think, really made the difference there. He's able to take Dr. Dad down to half HP, but isn't able to finish off the kill. This is going to be a top tower taken away by Andromeda. Up about 7,000 gold at this point, and looking to get some more tower damage. No one, thank you for the tip. Appreciate it. Ashe Arrow is going to stop Mason from catching up to him. The slows on this support champion are completely ridiculous. The game is slowing down a bit, but I expect it to break out pretty aggressively pretty soon. The Ocean Drag is spawning. Looks like both teams trying to set up a bit for it. Some damage is being dealt down onto Apari, but now Arne ulting and just hopping into the pit, gets the stun lock up, and Apari also ulting, double ult expended. They're able to pick off the Rift Sharks mid laner. Mason going in, does pop the ultimate, getting some damage out of the blue team, but he's just caught. Xerath raining in so much damage from above, and that's 3 picks right before Dragon, and make that a 4th. Camille uncontested in the top lane, but that should just be the Dragon stopping the stacking for the Rift Sharks. Andromeda able to pick 1 up for themselves. Drago able to get this tower down, but no one on Rift Sharks is really in a good position here. Everyone is slightly behind. Andromeda just doing really well across the board. Honan looking to get this mid tower taken down, and I don't think anyone can get to him in time to stop him. Ashe Arrow coming out top lane is going to connect. Super long stun. And with the wave cleared, Camille struggles a little bit more than she normally would to get that turret, but is still able to pick it up. Huge 800 gold infusion. Draven emote coming out. It's one of his favorites throughout this tournament. Pari's hoping for this blue buff. Does get stunned up by the Leona, but that's not really the fight you want to pick. Gruer might be caught out here, but he just pops the Ghost and the Ghost Blade, and he's fine to get out. It's a combo we've seen used a lot. The double ghosting. Drago looking to start a 1v1, but what he doesn't know is that the Ashe is coming his way pretty quickly. It's looking well for him so far. He's able to dodge out on the Empowered Q with the Hextech Ultimatum, but the Ashe Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to stop the play. He has to dodge outside of the Camille ulti to get it. Xerath, I believe, missed all those shots, otherwise the camera would have panned for us. Not typically we see something happen from Honan, but everyone has unlucky ults sometimes. Yeah, there's not too much on the line here for Andromeda. If they win, they're going to be able to lock the first seed, but if the Rift Sharks lose, they are at risk for elimination. There's a scenario where there's a 4-point team, a 0-point team, and 4 2-point teams, in which case it does come down to a time tiebreaker. And the Rift Sharks have not had great success with their game times over the course of the tournament so far. So they're either hoping for a slow loss or a win. Jacob clearing out some vision. Whole team seems to be alerted of him, getting some slows down. And the double ulti is coming down onto the Kalista. Enchanted Crystal Arrow immediately followed up by the Xerath ultimate. And a fight is breaking out in the bot lane. There's no global ultimates available, so we might actually get to see a true 1v1. Apari pinging that he doesn't have Smite ready, so there could be a steal opportunity here. But if they sense Wukong's there, they might just leave. And it looks like Swain and Leona are showing up as well, but this fight down bot lane is pretty interesting. Drago does end up missing the stun, but he's able to just pick off the Renekton, shut down coming down. Able to get a solo kill, kind of get revenge after the laning phase, but that is how the Renekton Camille matchup does end up working out. Jacob with the flash initiation, he's able to catch Honan right before he flashes. Huge chain CC, but that shield is insane. Archangel Staff getting so much work done for Honan there. And the Rift Sharks are laying siege to the mid turret. They're able to find a pick and hopefully a turret to follow up after. Apari in a tough position here, but he's so tanky. All this lifesteal keeping him alive for so long. But he is going to fall, and now it looks like the Rift Sharks are headed towards the Baron Nashor. Brewer and Dad are now showing up here. Lots of long-range poke from the Jhin and the Ashe. Could be a tough one. Now everyone seems to be turning off the dragon. TP is coming down on the backside from Arnie. A huge flank is here, and that stun was nuts, but Mason able to pick up a shutdown onto Brewer. Arnie now down pretty low. Ashe is going to get solo killed by the Kalista on the backside, and Renekton is falling down to the group. Xerath looking for a target for his ultimate, but a huge play there from Rift Sharks, actually able to pick up 3 additional kills on the Baron, unable to find the Baron itself. But the gold lead's now shrunk it down to about 2,000. Only 1,000 effectively if you count the Drakes. Drago going in pretty aggressively, does pop the ultimate, but this is a 1v2, he's in a tough spot, and do not underestimate Honan's damage here, but he's just able to get out with the hook shot. But no, Apari flashing in, making sure that Drago cannot get away. He got some damage down, but you're just not escaping this Kayn. Things are coming down around the dragon. Jungler available for one team, but not the other. And Callista is just going to start it up. You can get so many spears stacked in this dragon, it makes it really hard to smite it away. And Mason engaging by himself into the entire enemy team is picked off immediately. The smite from that team is removed. Kayn tries to smite early to secure it, but that just allows Callista to rend to secure the dragon. A huge snipe from Brewer, able to take the Callista out. Hidiri flashing in, looking to pick up Honan there. Is going to miss the never move, trying to get him down super low, but Brewer has 3 kills in this fight so far, and that is a 1 for 5 in Andromeda's favor, getting up to him about 5,000 gold in their advantage. Callista able to secure the dragon there. Does get them to soul point, pretty solid position, but you're still looking at a pretty dire gold advantage. And your entire team just got wiped off the map. RNA running up towards the pit, trying to make sure that the Camille and Wukong didn't start it immediately after spawn. Should see the opposing control ward get to clear it out. This game is pretty close still. I think one good Baron fight could really change the tide of the game in either team's favor. Dad positioning up a little bit, looking to get some slows, maybe an ult onto somebody, unawares. Control ward is taken out, does have the Umbral Glaive, gives you a little bit of extra help clearing these wards out. And the Rift Sharks are looking over towards the Baron, trying to commit to it, but are a bit hesitant. They're aware that so many of these members are just lurking in the shadows, so much ranged poke, but not from the other team. And the Fate's Call is pulled. Mason goes in, gets 3 knockups, and Honan is immediately Leon ulted and stunned, is picked up by the Callista, and Hidiri's going in. Drago with a huge flank is able to pick up a kill onto Dad. It's now a 2 for 1 in favor of Rift Sharks, with Camille falling. Bot lane eliminated from one side and top from the other. Arnie playing just over the wall. But Gruer, Apari, and Arnie are not a combo to laugh at. The 3 strongest members of the team still alive. Hidiri taking some damage. Triple knockup by Apari. And the initiation is huge. Arnie just runs in right after. Apari is picked up. And Arnie is just getting stacked here. That's a double kill for the Callista. And Jacob is trying to survive. Gets a stun off. And Gruer's popping the ghost, trying to run away. He knows the Callista is still alive. And he doesn't want to risk it. And Leona can just be so tanky. Ash Arrow does come down, field goal, but not hitting anybody. Yeah, and that fight did go slightly in favor of the Rift Sharks, but not enough to get the Baron off of it. And that is the objective that we're looking for here. These small fight wins are impactful, but they're not impactful enough to really win the game. You do want to make sure that you're securing a Baron, because that buff is going to be so powerful here in the late game. Especially when both teams have 3 Void Grubs. Neither really has the advantage, and Camille, easy shutdown onto the Jhin, just pops that ultimatum. What is he going to do? That's 850 gold going over to the Camille. And now the Baron pings are coming down. Ashe is in the bot lane. And Apari and Honan are mid lane or farther south. Teleport is available for Camille, and this is just getting started. The spears stacking up for Callista, very powerful for securing this objective. And no one is even in the area for Andromeda. They're just giving. Honan is ulting down here. And the coordinated smite from Callista and Wukong taking the Baron out at 3,000 health. A bit disgusting. This Ocean Drag could be huge. Could mean soul for the Rift Sharks. Hidiri taking a base here. If the Rift Sharks are fighting it, they're going to be a bit late to the party. All ultimates are available. Fate's Call could be huge initiation. Is blown right here. Is able to hit right onto the Xerath, who's been causing a lot of problems with the Rift Shark. Is taken out immediately. Arnia gets a bit of a stupid stun with Renekton. But this is 2 kills in favor of Rift Sharks. And Pari is staying alive for so long, though. Brewer is able to kill Drago on the backside. Dad falling down a little low. Is picked up. It's now a 3 for 2 in favor of Rift Sharks. Mason starting up the dragon. He's super low. Brewer is still full health. That is something that definitely needs to be considered by the Rift Sharks. And Brewer almost kills with the 4-shot. Mason running in, but the Ghost Blade is... Ghost is popped by Hidiri, actually. And it's now a 3v3. This dragon isn't really being taken by anyone, but Pari should just be able to solo it. Not sure what Hidiri is going to be able to do. And now Jacob walks up and he just gets popped by Brewer. Xerath did just burn a TP. He's arrived. Is looking for the stun. Isn't able to find it. Is missing some abilities. And now Arnie is here too. Also burns the TP. 2 TPs committed just to deny Ocean Soul from the other team. Camille with a bit of a late TP. But Callista's here too. It could be a fight. But the blue team is just walking away. Andromeda should be able to make their escape here. Crazy sequence of events there, and all that really matters is that Andromeda did end up getting the dragon. Drago looking for this play on Apari is going to force out the Xerath ultimate, but doesn't really get much done with that. And the Ashe arrow is thrown out, but doesn't connect, and Apari's just going to stall out this play by hopping inside the Camille, and Renekton and Ashe are going to take down the Camille, preventing the assassination attempt. Rift Sharks just staying grouped in the mid lane. Trying to get these Baron minions to crash, get some damage down. Hidiri is caught out by the ultimate, and Jacob walks up also just taking so much damage. Fiona is a bit squishy when she's not able to get her W off, and they're both just cleaned up. Whole team dealing damage to just 2 targets. 1 kill going over to the Jhin, other kill taken by the Kayn. And now this is a huge push going down the mid lane from Andromeda. And Xerath ulti comes out, Kalista flashing. And Mason going in, gives a huge initiation onto Dad. They're able to pick up 1. Apari gets knocked up as well. And half of Apari's health is gone, but you're probably not going to get more than that. Everyone else positioning super far away. Kalista, 4 items. Camille, 4.5 items. Renekton, 4 items. Jhin, 4.5 items. The mid lane and the top lane are definitely the stronger lanes in terms of itemization so far in this game. Got a vibrating Leona in the bush there. Gold lead is close to about 3,000. Still a dragon in favor of Rift Sharks, but only 1 now, not the 2 that they had earlier. Xerath ulti just used immediately. Huge chunk down on Kalista. She's going to have to figure out how to heal somehow. Looks like that choice is going to be the Raptors. No objectives up for another 45 seconds. Baron's got to spawn first, then the Ocean Drag. Soul could still be really big for the Rift Sharks here. They just got to make sure that no one gets caught out at this point in time. I feel like starting Baron for either team is super risky because losing a Baron could be pretty bad. I think a soft commit towards the Dragon for either team is pretty good. Don't want to risk losing the Baron and the game. And an initiation is coming down to Honan, but he flashes immediately. Root has hit onto Mason, and he's able to get out with the Fate's Call, but Rift Sharks just overstay a little bit, and Apari is able to snag the Callista, and Mason gets sniped down in the backline as well. Camille, looking for a potential flank here, is just going to look to get out though, not finding the angle she wanted, and the bot lane of Rift Sharks are just running away. Brewer was looking for something, but Ocean Drake up in about 40 seconds, and the Baron is alive for the taking. And it looks like that's what Andromeda's going for. Looked like there's a really good angle there for the Wukong, but ultimately not going to find it. And some other members of his team were caught out when he failed to do so. A bit unfortunate for the Rift Sharks jungler. And Baron is taken. Lead extending to about 5,000. And they're looking to grab this dragon too. Callista and Wukong spawning right about now. Probably booking it there as fast as possible. Ash Arrow narrowly avoiding Camille on the bot side of the map. Flash initiation coming down from Hidiri, but the team just isn't there. And he's going to get caught out immediately. Jacob soon to follow, but can't underestimate the Bush Callista. And Mason flashing in, but Ash also flashing out. And Kayn heals so much from that ultimate. Fate's Call used just a bit too early, wasn't able to make it over the wall there to pursue. Camille on the flank was able to kill Xerath in base. Is now looking to get Kayn, but it's not going to happen. Wukong able to pick it up, and Ocean Soul was secured by the Callista in the pit. And Brewer running, looking for something, is going to get the fourth shot onto the Wukong, and he went godlike off that play. 15, 3, and 11 on Jhin mid. While this was all happening, Drago was able to get a kill and an inhibitor down on the bot side of the map, but not able to get any damage, any real damage down onto the Nexus towers. But the base for Andromeda is looking a bit more sparse than the Rift Sharks base, which is completely untouched. Camille now looking at a full build. Brewer also on full build. Renekton and Callista both 4.5 items. Junglers also looking at 4.5 items. Both bot lanes lagging behind a little bit, but very powerful top side from both teams. Ash Arrow coming out is going to miss. No play there. Baron spawning in about 3 minutes, so likely that both teams are going to play a bit slower until that timer is available. The Elder Dragon could be huge though. 4 minutes remaining until that one's up. Probably a game-winning objective for whichever team's able to secure it. I think we still have not seen an Elder Dragon throughout the entire tournament. Callista greedy for red buff and just immediately gets picked off. Nothing up, so it's not a huge loss, but still not what you want to see. 2 ultimates were burned for it, but Apari is now able to find some damage to the mid lane, and Jacob just caught out a little bit, walks into vision of the other team, and now Hidiri's just getting completely lit up. Brewer's ultimate comes down doing so much damage. Leona should be able to get out here though. That is 2 members down in exchange for nothing. Huge loss from the side of Rift Sharks, and they're just walking down, trying to group up and get some damage dealt to the base. Camille walking up, looking to defend, but this is a 3v5 for the Rift Sharks. Getting some damage down onto the tower. Looking for the ultimate, and Camille goes in, pops the ult, and it's just going to die. 1v5 there. And now Arnier popping the TP, flashes onto Jacobs, able to get the lockdown. Mason's on the back line, but does not have a good ultimate available for him. And Kalista has now respawned, is going to pull Wukong out, but I just don't think these members are going to be able to 2v5 there. Multiple Rift Sharks members just getting caught in a very neutral game state, and it just completely ruins the team's ability to stay in the game. RDA taking some damage, and Brewer just completely one-shotting there. Gets 2 more kills, is now 23 and 12. So powerful in this game. And this should just be a win for Andromeda. Seraph backed and is now TPing back in. And yeah, the Demolish is stacking on these towers and they're falling down so quickly. Kadiri looking for anything, not able to find a kill. Drago able to get that 1,000 gold shutdown on the Jhin right before the game ends, but 42-minute game. Rift Sharks are going to lose, and Andromeda ends the Swiss stage undefeated 4-0 with 51 kills in that game. Yep, and updating the standings real quick. Andromeda has locked first place. No other teams are able to obtain 3 points over the course of the bracket. Okay, sorry, I just had to check something real quick. Our next game is going to be MVP versus Spectres. I believe this game will allow for a team to qualify, but not eliminate teams. Although I do think if Spectres... Yeah, it can allow for MVP to lock in their spot, which would also allow Rift Sharks to lock in their spot, or Spectres can guarantee a tiebreaker minimum for them, MVP, and Rift Sharks, depending on the result of the last match. Alright, and I will get us loaded in to the next game briefly. Just have to get stuff set up for it. Spectres, I believe, won their first game and has been struggling a bit since. MVP, win-loss-win, coming in with some momentum from the previous game. We'll have to get the game file pulled up too, so just give me a second there. This should be the one. Yes, okay. I do believe young Krug is Blake, if I had to guess. So that would be just a sub for... Sorry, I just clicked everything else there. Blake, Julian, Valor, Evan, and Psycho Carrot. Psycho Carrot on his signature Pike. I'm surprised we have not seen more of that, but I guess he did try to ban Soraka one game and end up on it. On the other side, we do have Avery, who we didn't have on the last day, so you can see Avery versus Blake on the top side. Captain Coffee and Bean is the bot lane for the Spectres. Sarver's playing some Vladimir, should be pretty interesting. And Lissandra is the pick for Valor. Bit of a unique champion, not too many people like playing that one. 5-man here behind Bean and Captain Coffee. Flash initiation from Psycho Carrot there, and Captain Coffee is just caught. This is actually not the first Janna we've seen from Bean this tournament, despite it being his first support game. Just a little quirky side note there. And Cam caught out a little bit here, but he's trying to trade back onto Valor. Make sure he ends up on the right side of it. Might make him a little bit late to his camp, but shouldn't affect his clear too much. And there is a fight breaking out in the top lane, and Avery just able to pick up a quick kill onto Blake. Was very far behind in CS, but able to make it up very easily with the kill. Blake not being able to buy basically anything on his back, or at least choosing not to. Pikehook is finding another connection onto Captain Coffee, but now he has the Arcane Shift, is able to keep himself alive. Looks like there is a wraparound play coming from Cam onto this mid lane. Valor should be able to get away with the E if he has it. Isn't even attempting to use it. Does grab the root to CC Cam a little bit there. Julian going the dash, and he's able to hit the ability. And that is a kill going over to the Xin. We might see a performance similar to what we saw in the game earlier today. But Evan and Psycho Carrot both actually falling. That's a double kill for Captain Coffee. Nice outplay to kind of bounce back in the lane after getting picked off super early last time. Fight is breaking out in the bot jungle. Cam is looking to lose out for it. He's stacking up armor as the fight progresses, but not enough to keep himself alive. Blake is just going to execute to tower there. Went for a bit of a proxy. Looks pretty successful. I think the death timer is actually just faster than backing, which is really funny. And now Evan's able to find a kill, dancing around as Samira is able to find another kill. Double going over there, and Evan looking to pick up a third, but actually it is going to go over to Julian, who's now looking to pick up a fourth kill for his team there. That is a very successful river fight for MVP. They're now 6-3 with about a 2k gold lead at 4 minutes. It's exactly what you want to see if you are an MVP fan. Julian off to a huge start again. Doing quite well. Looks like the grubs are about to spawn. I guess their first spawn timer is at 5 minutes. Might just be 5 and 10 minutes. Not entirely sure. If anyone in chat knows, you can let me know. There are a lot of stakes on the line for this game. I think. At least you're able to secure very good positions for yourself by winning here. Cam having a rough start to this game, though. It's only 6 minutes in, and he's died 3 times, being absolutely routed by Julian, who's had a crazy performance across this tournament. Really good stuff from him so far. I cannot emphasize that enough. And Captain Coffee falling down super low, and now Evan gets the dash reset, looking for another kill here. One more Q might pick it up, but no, the Janus shield and movement speed able to get him away. Julian picking up 3 Void Grubs right at the beginning of this fight, or of this game. Avery's Tryndamere is a bit infamous. He doesn't know where the R key is the running joke, so we'll see if he has any of those silly moments throughout the game. If his team wasn't, if it was locked in, I honestly would commend him if he just fully embraced the meme, locked in Tryndamere, and just never pressed R for the meme. I don't think he's going to be doing that this game. He's looking to run down Blake here. Tryndamere does have a lot of mobility. Cam looking to pick up the kill, but it does go over to Avery, who does not have to ultimate. Sarver's down a bit of CS and is down a kill here in this lane. Vladimir is usually a very resource-hungry champion, wants to have a lot of CS earlier in the game to get more power later in the game. Not as much luck with that as you'd like. Evan is very strong here though, and each member of his team does have CC to set him up. Psycho Carrot looking for a play here, but he's all by himself for now. Lissandra and Samira are rotating to try and get something done here, but not there quick enough to really start anything off. Valor looking for a play here, does have ulti. There's a potential for something big to happen. Looks like ultimately it's just going to be a bit of a disengage. The ulti is still available for Valor, but the same can be said for Sarverus. And the Ghost and Flash are also available. So there is a bit of a proactive play possible, but looks like Valor would prefer to roam with his ultimate. Cam just trying to farm his jungle. Both top laners proxying. Blake a bit farther down the lane than Avery is, as Singe tends to do. Looks like MVP's trying to set up a dive here, but they're just going to give up. They don't think that Bean and Coffee are going to extend enough. Huge hook actually coming down from Psycho Carrot, but the Arcane Shift able to just keep Coffee safe. Tower damage coming through, but Psycho Carrot just doing a little pass by, but it's just a bait. Julian now goes in looking for the knockup, but even though exhaust comes down, Cam's still just able to dash away, get himself to safety. Ping's coming down from Avery. He thinks the double proxy is very funny. Neither of the top laners really playing the game. Tryndamere is now roaming, just looking to grab some vision on the camps. Maybe going towards mid lane. Coffee taking some damage, but is still pretty safe under tower. MVP got a quick 3k gold lead and is just kind of holding on to it. But Valor is able to get super far away. The root does come down, and Valor ulting himself under tower, pretty interesting. Forces out Avery's ult and flash. Avery's now super low, and Sarvis just overcommitting just a little bit. Might be able to get Valor, but no, Valor flash W's to get the kill. That was insane. Sarvis was really hoping for that. Had double sums up. Might have just been able to go to safety, but he was really itching for that kill. He's just not able to find it. Valor with a sick outplay. Cannot overstate how much I am excited to see him back in the mid lane. Very fun. Interesting champion pool. We've seen Azir, we've seen Lissandra, we've seen Yasuo, and we've seen Yone, I believe. Blake running away. He's a bit low. Sarvis was hoping for that kill, but Pyke is just going to get a little slow on him. Blake does have to pop Ghost and ulti to survive here, just channeling Recall. But the Ezreal ult's coming through. It's not going to hit. It's really close. I think if Blake was not channeling the Recall, it would have hit. See Valor in chat. Enter chat at the right time. You absolutely smurfing on this Lissandra. I love to see it. Always appreciate having you around. And Julian has now secured all 6 Void Grubs for his team. It's going to be a very powerful advantage for them as the game goes on. They already have a pretty solid lead mounted up. Psycho Carrot going in for a play. Does force the flash out of Bean. Coffee looking for something here. And another hook hitting onto the Janna, and that just lines up a kill for Evan, who's now stacked up. Flashes the follow under tower. He might end up dying, does burn the heal. Cam able to pick one up in return. Psycho Carrot just running as far away as possible. He needs to get off that ward so he can start healing. Smokescreen goes over the wall, chunking him down a little bit, but the fight's now breaking out on the top side of the map. Psycho Carrot does have a lot of mobility. He's able to hook Cam behind him, burns the flash to get out, and this outplay is so solid, and he just stands there. He doesn't even run away. He thinks he might be able to kill Cam if the fight keeps going. The E just came up for him. Top lane fight ultimately turned into nothing, but Psycho Carrot, so good here on the bot side on one of his signature picks in the Pyke. Basically, his signature pick. I just like some of his other champs too, so I'm not trying to knock him. And yeah, here we go. He's just running around Cam. He's making really good use of his W for the invisibility. Trying to set up a play for Evan. This bot lane duo has been doing super well this whole tournament. Just really liking everything I've been seeing from MVP so far. Spectre's struggling a bit in this game. They started off with a really good game in the tournament, and have been struggling a little bit ever since. But this is also not the lineup we're typically going to be seeing for them, I believe. It's close, but not exactly it. Bean getting some poke down, and now Psycho Carrot going in. He is interrupted by the tornado. Bean making really good use of that. Now Cam's wrapping around for a gank. Julian is also coming down, but he's a bit farther away. If Samira gets going in this fight, though, it could be crazy. Psycho Carrot missing both targets with a stun, making it a bit tougher. Julian's about to get here so soon, and now Evan going in, stacks up the ultimate, is immediately cancelled by Janna. Doesn't matter though, able to pick up 1 kill. That's 2 kills for Evan, 1 kill for Psycho Carrot, and that is a 3 for 0 for MVP in the bot lane. Huge roam coming down from Valor and Julian to make sure that they're able to secure that. Just needed a bit more haste from Spectres in order to get that play off the way they wanted to, but you wait just a little bit too long and the resources are going to be there to help their bot lane. Really good stuff. They're letting Blake just weak side up there in the top lane. He's up CS even though he's down in kills, but only so much you can do against a Cinch, just proxying the whole game. Valor looking in, maybe going for a solo kill. The Vladimir ult does come down. He flashes, he's ghosting, he's really looking for it, but he sees Julian show up and he knows that he's going to die if he goes for it. And after last time, he's worried about forcing these kills. Evan looking for a kill onto Bean, is going to be able to pick it up, and the ult comes down onto Ezreal. Hook pulls him back in, but there's just nothing available to pick up the following kill on to Captain Coffee. Cam and Avery teaming up in the MVP jungle, looking for something. Julian is now going to discover the ward, doesn't necessarily know that they're here, and he's getting mobbed on. It's a 1v3. The Xin probably not going to be able to win this, and now Sarvis is here looking for his first kill of the game, but it's just another one. Going over to Avery, 3-0-0 on the Tryndamere. Say what you want, he's doing pretty damn well this game. Psycho Carrot finding great joy in the fact that Singed does have a bounty, even though he's 0-3-1. That's just Blake things. And the fact that his team's up 8,000 gold might have something to do with it. And a couple dragons. Doing pretty well for themselves. Every objective in the game has been picked up, with the exception of a Rift Herald for MVP. Psycho Carrot now picking up a kill. Valor flashing in, looking to get something done here. Hook does go wide for Psycho. And the really smart Tornado going towards himself is actually going to pick up Pyke as he's chasing. Young Krug is caught out a little bit. Bean is getting comboed under Taler. Valor is able to pick it up. Blake might actually get out here. Ezreal ulti fires, misses. Julian's here looking for this. Gets the knockup, forces the ulti out of Avery, and Avery's just going to try and save himself. He doesn't want to force that play by going in. But Valor might see him. Now he's picked up on vision. He gets the root, and he's able to pick it out. Valor's on a rampage, 4-0-4. Cam looking for anything he can get, but Julian flashes in, gets the knockup, and secures yet another kill for Valor. Valor has the perfect range on the claw, too. Absolutely smurfing it on Lissandra here. This is 19-6, 10K at 16 minutes. MVP did lose one game, and they want to make sure that they don't lose another while they clean this up. They want to make sure that they end with 3 wins in the Swiss stage of the bracket. Anything can happen, though. This is super scaling team comp for Spectres. I think there is a chance that they're able to get back in it, provided they find the right picks. You just want to make sure that you're allocating resources to your carries in the Vladimir and the Ezreal. Try to get a lot done. Valor going in, does get the ulti onto Cam, but the kill is going over to Psycho Carrot. Valor does get a cut, I think. Pretty sure that's how Pyke still works. I wouldn't be surprised if they just remove that at some point. But Avery is now looking for this fight onto Blake, but he's just getting slowed down so much. The Rylai's is completed. Now Valor's in a rough spot. Sarvis might finally get that kill he's been looking for all game. Lots of CC coming down, though, and now Valor's super far away, but Sarvis should be able to pick this up. That's an 800 gold shutdown. Sarvis getting the kill he's looking for. He does have a farm advantage in the matchup now. Has completed the Rift Maker and has a Blasting Wand available to him. Psycho Carrot maybe now looking to set something up onto Avery, but what are you going to do? Tryndamere does have ultimate. I feel like if anything, the Pyke is just going to get run down and die. Some CC missed. Exhaust coming down. Cam flashes into a wall. Almost ends up getting the ultimate, but is not able to find it. The Ezreal ulti finally gets it. Captain Coffee with the snipe across the map. Yeah, this siege power from MVP is still so strong. They lose their support, but what could he really do? Psycho Carrot looking to find Cam. Cam still invading. He's been doing a lot of this tournament. I don't know if I'd recommend it if you're at a disadvantage like the one in this game, but can't knock him for trying. Blake is trying to scrap the Sarvis, but this is not something you win. He's going to out-damage you super hard here. Janna's looking to get a good angle to knock him up. The Tornado is going to miss, though, and there's just not a commitment from the Vlad or the Ezreal. They don't want to overcommit in case Singe does have friends around. Avery looking for something, is able to dodge out on some of the CC, but Tryndamere is going to struggle into Pike Lissandra. There's just so much lockdown for him to deal with. He gets hooked in. The ultimate is popped. He might be able to escape, but he's definitely not getting a kill. But honestly, just surviving. Not terrible at this point in the game. Gold lead is still about 10k. A little spooky. Valor and Pirates at 3 dragons. Able to maybe get the soul in about 4 minutes. Baron is available if they ever want to do that. I'm not sure. There's going to be a lot of contests from the Spectres. Blake getting some work done on this tower. Trying to get some cash in his pockets. Does still have a bounty though, which is a bit absurd. And there are so many MVP members sitting up here on the top side. They're waiting for someone to try to deal with the Singed and just catch him out. Blake now hitting the tower. The grubs are out, making this push a bit easier. Evan super far in. They are able to pick up the tower, and then Psycho Carrot just hides and runs away, as you do on Pike. Now Cam walking up a bit aggressively, really looking for Pike here. Hook is going to go wide, but Cam's getting stacked up on by Evan. The ultimate is going to come down, but he's already exhausted. It does not matter. That's 2 kills picked up for the bot lane. And now Evan is going to fall to Starburst. Starburst able to get 1 kill, and then actually Coffee was the one that got Evan. Huge shutdown in his pocket, able to get some nice gold out of that. Avery's looking for something, but I don't even know what you do to Lissandra as a Tryndamere. The ultimate is coming down from both members, and Avery's just trying to heal. He burns the ghost, but it just doesn't matter. Valor burns the flash, picks up the kill. Soul available in 2 minutes. Baron available now. Neither of these objectives are really contested. MVP seems to want to just let the game slowly close out in their favor. Cam caught out a bit here, but his team is here to help him. Psycho Carrot falling down first, and now it's looking a bit rough. Lissandra is about to show up and turn the fight. Yeah, and Evan knows he gets the perfect timing, dashes in, picks up a double kill. You know he's looking for more. But they are outpacing him just a little bit. But now you can set up some siege here. For MVP, you got a lot of the Void Mites helping you take down the towers. Julian just ulting defensively to make sure he can frontline and keep sieging. Blake just constantly chipping away at this top lane throughout the game. Tryndamere attempting to take a tower. Blake says absolutely not. And yeah, he is gonna fall. Psycho Carrot, or I think Evan. Sorry, I just see Burrito. It's so confusing. Eventually I'll get the hang of it, but I cannot tell them apart. That was a 2 for 2 across the map. Spectres honestly putting up a pretty good fight here. They're making it really hard for MVP to close out this game. Psycho Carrot looking for the 1v1 on the Graves, is not able to hit the stun, which makes it a bit tough. Valor's looking to help out here though. Does go for the root. Graves flashes, but doesn't flash away from Lissandra necessarily, so he's still going to get caught up by it. Bean just trying to make his way out, but he's getting hunted down. Cerberus is out here though, who should be able to pick up some damage here. Valor does have the Zonias and might have ultimate available for himself. Janna healing up as well. Valor looking for a kill, but no, they just have enough damage there. He's not going to get it done. Soul is being secured by Julian currently. Blake running at the Tryndamere, flips him, and he's probably just going to try and poison him down. It is going to be really hard. Avery, I love you. Avery knows the beam, does not press the R key. He might have been able to survive too, he was really far away, but I can't. That's so funny. Evan poking a little bit. They might just try to group up for a Baron and end, but I feel like MVP could probably just group his 5 and just walk down and win the game. But the anti-siege, I guess, is a bit difficult. You know, Janna, Ezreal, Vlad, Graves, you don't really want to push into them. You could just get lit up. MVP taking the safe route here. But here we go, we are starting up the Baron. Psycho hits the hook and just immediately runs away. They're running distraction techniques on the Spectres while their team takes the Baron. Blake, falling into a bit of a tough spot here, is forced to ult to walk out. MVP finally grouping up mid. Gonna try to end. Should try to keep this wave alive if they want to get it done as fast as possible. But they seem pretty content. If they do win here, they will lock their spot in. They also do guarantee a spot for the Rift Sharks. Evan flashing in. Is not able to find anything. And now the top wave is hitting one of the towers. Valor falling down super low. A lot of damage coming down from Vladimir there. But Psycho Carrot is able to pick him up. Is going to fall in return. Valor now setting up another kill for Evan. And there he goes. He's burning him down. He's going to fall to the Fountain Laser. But MVP secure the second seed spot for themselves in the bracket, which will be streamed tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. But we do have one game remaining to decide the final member of the bracket. Off of that game, we have locked 3 out of the 4 teams, I do believe. Yes, MVP, Rift Sharks, and Andromeda have all secured their spots in the tournament. So it really does just come down to the Metabusters versus 101 Thieves game. I would never mess that up, surely. 101 Thieves, despite not winning a single game so far, actually will still be able to secure themselves a spot in the bracket if they're able to get a win here. And a faster win is more helpful just for tiebreaker purposes. Because if they do win, that puts 3 teams at 1 win. Would be Spectres, Metabusters, and 101 Thieves. So the tiebreaker would be game speed. However, if Metabusters is able to win this game, that would eliminate both Spectres and 101 Thieves and put them in either 3rd or 4th based on game time. I am going to try to find the game file here. I do think Will sent it to me, so I should be able to find it pretty easily. Okay, loading in as fast as I can get us. We do have a bit of a different roster for MVP here. Or no, for Metabusters. Sorry, I'm used to MVP being on the left side. Also just streaming fatigue. At camp name, at dash spawning in, at timer at. Thank you, League of Legends. But Joey is jungling for the Meta Busters. We have Tusini in the top lane, bit of a new angle. We have Fujer and Jonah playing bot lane, but we have. Sorry, I'm just showing whatever.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Bit out of it. Fujer is playing ADC, which is a bit of a different look than we've seen, and Jonah is playing support. And we do have Joel subbing from Rift Sharks in the mid lane, Jonah subbing from Andromeda. Then on the other side, we have the actual roster for 101 Thieves. I think for the first time we've seen it in this tournament. We have Jid and Will in the bot lane, and Silico, Jackson, and Taxi on the top side. Very exciting. I think we did get to see a full 101 Thieves roster game previously, but it wasn't all their starters, so that is a slight difference. I was saying Mass Valorant Pirates rebrand to 101.1 Thieves, and then send some Airwick emotes. Love to see it. Jid looking to start some fights down here. Rakan, pretty powerful engage. Is one of the champions that can submarine combo with Twitch, so I always do appreciate some of that. But this Lucian Milio strategy is very powerful. I'm excited to see what it can do for the Meta Busters. Will does get his Twitch again. Definitely one of those players that is just going to take every chance he can get. Jackson picking up on some of Julian's strategies, going for the Xin Zhao. And Silico picking up Avery's pick, looking to get some Tryndamere gaming in. Valor seems a bit displeased about it, but it's kind of based. Valor saying fake champion in chat, but hey, we like Tryndamere here. He's a little fun. In solo queue, I hate it, but in fives, I like seeing these more unique champions. But yeah, Joey on his Viego is always something to look out for. One of his top performing champions over time, and definitely a really fun one to see. So I'm glad we get to see more Joey, and I'm really glad that it is on this Viego pick. It's blinded, Teemo is broken. Where is my little scout? You're actually so right. I can't believe Silico has not played any Teemo across 4 games. A bit tragic. Game's starting off pretty slow. Jid keeps looking for plays, but there's not much you're going to be able to do into Lucian Milio as Rakan Twitch. You can just kind of mess with them a little bit. You're not really going to find too much. Taxi's getting poked out super hard in the mid lane. The melee into range matchup is a little bit rough, but he's keeping up and farm pretty well. Tusini looking a bit bankrupt in the mana department, but otherwise doing pretty well in the top lane. Silco's got lots of bonus AD and just trades it all for a short heal, as Tryndamere does. Another Rakan engage, just going a little wide. Not able to find both. Silico looking to fight this one out with Tusini, and he's able to pick up first blood in the top lane for Silico. So Valor, you can complain a little bit, but he getting stuff done. Can't knock it. Taxi just TP'ing back to mid lane. It's been a bit of a rough laning phase for him, but that is what you get in this Aerith. As soon as Taxi is going to hit level 6, there is going to be a lot of kill threat with his ultimate, but fortunately not getting a lot of magic damage, so we're probably not going to see the forced all-in. Jid doing a little roam up top lane. 101 Thieves do have a slight advantage so far in the game. They're looking to get this one done. Could create for a very interesting tie, but Meta Busters is just looking to win outright. And the 5-man commit at 5 minutes for Void Grubs is a little bit crazy. Lucian staying down bot lane, getting farmed up. I don't know how much gold the Void Grubs give you, if any, but 101 Thieves looking to stay a bit even in gold here. Jid realizing that his attempts were not being appreciated in the bot lane, so he is rotating around the map a little bit to try and get stuff done. Yeah, top lane is staying solidly in favor of Silico. He's doing a pretty good job here. Akali actually was able to find a farm advantage when Joel ended up having to recall. Joey looking for a possible play here, is going to have to walk over a ward. Does have sweeper, so he's able to deny it. Looking for a play, but Taxi's getting traded on really heavily here. Ultimates are available for both mid laners, and Joey is looking for the CC. The Malphite ult comes down. Silico falling down super low is forced to ulti here, but flashes on top of Joey, able to pick one up, and now he's just trading damage out into Tusini. Does not have the Q in time to heal himself, and he's going to go 1-for-1 on that play, but when you're getting ganked, that's honestly all you can ask for sometimes. Both ults still in hand in the mid lane. Nothing burned yet. And 101 Thieves is looking to keep their objective control, trying to focus on picking up this first dragon. Should be a pretty easy secure. Joey's in the area, but he doesn't really have an easy way to get over the pit. So it is secured by Jackson. Game announcement, all killed Hextech Dragon Red, according to League of Legends. And yeah, that rotation from Will is going to hurt him a little bit. He's down about 20 CS. Did spend a lot of time to go up there to secure the Void Grubs. They're impactful. I don't think they're that impactful, but we will have to see as the game goes on. The gold is still pretty even. Silico just going under tower, trying to get these plates. The extra damage from the Void Grubs is getting him a lot, and he can just kind of heal up from all the poke. Malphite is going for a more tanky build instead of AP, so he's not going to really be taking much damage from him. The tabbies were bought right away. Or the plated steel caps, my bad. And now Jake actually falling down super low, is just gunned down. And Will is trying to survive here, but it's not going super well. And Fuja should just pick up a double kill here. Really good stuff on the Lucian. Yeah, now Joey's caught out a little bit. Silico is looking for this. The shuriken flip from Akali does not hit, but it might not matter. But that is double ultimate. Viego and Malphite both burn to try to cover the Tryndamere. He's not able to find a kill, but honestly, getting both those ultis out is super important too. But now Silico is just trying to get away. Flash is on the table for Malphite. Valor in chat saying, agrees, can't understand support roam for grubs, but Twitch can't afford to fall behind. I do think it was the combo of the grubs and then immediately going for the dragon afterwards. Silico does have to pop ult here, is trading pretty heavily into Tusini, but is probably just going to try and run away, pop the Q, keep himself healthy. Joel expends the rest of his mana. Got some chip damage down onto Taxi. Joey running forward. And Jackson's taking so much damage from the grubs here. They probably can just walk away and then look to have a pretty free re-engage, although no ultis are available. The fourth grub is picked up, and Will committing his time again to pick up these grubs. They're trying to guarantee the 6, and you see all 5 people there, and you just hard commit to bot tower as fast as you can. Try to get as much done as possible, but these 2 grubs on every tower hit per champion are permanent, so it is a pretty big buff here. Will ghosting for Joel. If he's actually able to pick up this mid lane kill, it might justify the time that he lost, and there it goes, but it's going over to Jid instead. Silico picking up a lot of plates here, making use of this siege power. And Lucian actually only able to claim 2 plates at the bot side. Silico just picked up 2 by himself on the top lane right here. Does not have anything available though, and he's just going to get cashed out by Tusini, able to pick him up. 2 tower plates for a kill is about an even trade, so you're not losing out too much, and that's why the gold's still even. But not really what you want to see. This game has been pretty even so far. Really good objective control from the side of the 101 Thieves. Metabusters doing a bit better in the kill and definitely in the farm category, with the exception of top side. Or top lane, I guess. Future is going to be the one to watch out for in these fights though. Does have that completed Storm Razor, and Taxi is now getting caught out here, just gets completely comboed, but is able to just dash out. Played around the Shroud really well. It's something he's been doing super well all tournament. Jid fell down pretty low too, but not enough. And Joey flashes for the play with the W, but he's not able to find it. And Jackson does choose to commit the flash instead of the ultimate. I figured if he ulted, then maybe he'd get caught by someone else. But regardless, he is able to survive. Game's slowing down a little bit, and this might be the first objective that the Metabusters are able to take. Jackson looking for a play, but Joey just immediately rotates over for him. The ulti did come down, but it wasn't able to save him. Silico is looking for a dive under tower, but he doesn't want to overcommit, doesn't have to burn that ultimate this way. And Future able to pick up another kill onto Taxi there. Taxi has not been having much luck in this game. And Metabusters just refocus, try to take this tower, or try to take this dragon. Would make it so that neither team's really stacking. Takes a lot of pressure off the bot side of the map, makes the macro a lot easier for the mid game. But Silico's just trying his best to siege down this tower, and honestly getting a lot done here. He does have the ulti available, but chooses to pop the Q heal first. He probably is just going to ultimate to keep the tower alive, but with Malphite having no ult, he doesn't have a lot of tools to catch him. But Malphite Q could be deadly. Looks like Silico's able to just grab the top tower and get out of there. It's a very interesting macro play for the 101 Thieves. I think it could be pretty impactful. You just want to look for a lane swap sooner rather than later. Ideally for 101 Thieves, you do get Tryndamere on the bot side to try and take that open. And you just have to find the right match for him if you're the Metabusters. Because Malphite clearly is not getting the job done. And yeah, Tryndamere just heading down. Twitch and Rakan probably going to rotate a different way. Joey does spot out Jackson, but there's no way he's going to be able to do anything to him. But the extra vision is helpful. Malphite's sitting in the bush. Joel just over the wall. Gets him poked down onto Jackson. Trying to lower his health. And now Silico just hammering away at this tower. Trying to get something done here. Does not have ultimate available to him, but should be able to pick up the tower nonetheless. And Future does not know that he doesn't have ultimate. Red team steals the Rift Herald. Really good play from Taxi there, able to snag that. Joey has gotten a reset, and Taxi just trying to get him killed. That was a point-blank Malphite ultimate, but this is another kill going over to the red side, and now Will's here firing even more, and that's another kill going over to Taxi. Really successful play from the red side all across the map. They're actually able to find an advantage here, and Will's finally caught up to Joel. Does flash for this, but he gets hit with the Xerath stun. Pops the E, but it's just not enough damage to get it killed. Yeah, unfortunately, the Rift Herald is going to hit the wall, not the tower. But so much good stuff for 101 Thieves across the map. They get a lot of tower damage and a lot of kills. And now Silica going in does have the ulti available to him, and he is just going to keep hammering away on these towers. They've taken 5 so far, and we're only 15 minutes into the game. Really good stuff on 101 Thieves. Looks like they might get their first win if they keep this pace, but I don't want to jinx them. Taxi trading a lot of damage down onto Tusini, but it is hard to kill a Malphite. Ultimates are available for Malphite and the Viego, but Kali seems to be slippery enough to get away. Silico's maybe looking for a kill down onto Joel. Maybe shouldn't overextend for it, but he does have ultimate available. Is hitting Joel. Remembers where his Archie is bound. And he perfectly times exiting tower range there. Make sure he takes one before the ult expires. But Fujer just flashing on top of him. Picks up that kill. He's 4-0. But there's no shutdown on Tryndamere, who has picked up the Hullbreaker, by the way. Taxi just trying to play around these walls, keep himself safe. Jid going over the wall. It's a very intense game here. Will and Jackson have now pulled up here, but Jid's the target of the Malphite ultimate, but it gets a huge CC chain. Tusini falling down super low is taken down, but the Twitch is killed in return, and Xerath damage is coming down. Jid is going to fall. Joey kills him with his own 80 carry, and now the second ultimate from Viego is coming through, and Jonah just gets absolutely chunked, picked up by Taxi. Storm Surge coming through, and that is a 3 for 2. Yeah, 101 Thieves looking pretty good here.
The Akali dealing that much damage with just a Storm Surge to Julius Emilio. Oh, Joel catches out.
Jackson.
You know what? I don't think I need to say that. I think the recording speaks for itself.
Yeah, he just got annihilated.
Yeah,
Bit unfortunate.
0-3 Xerath, by the way.
Yeah, and it looks like Silico is just going to secure this. Silico's been the king of objectives this game. It's a bit ridiculous.
Nice.
I think he has taken about 4 towers all by himself, if not all 5 of the taken towers.
He's doing his job. As long as he keeps doing that, his team can 4-1 effectively.
Yeah, and I mean, I would not want to be dealing with this Tryndamere. He can be so frustrating to deal with.
He's a threat on the side. He's a threat on the flank. He's a threat. He identifies as a threat.
This is true. Will maybe looking to get something going here. He's going for the AP Twitch, a bit interesting. Knows that they do have the 80 damage on the Xin Zhao and the Tryndamere, so maybe just trying to mix it up a little bit. Or he just wants to have fun, because he played 80 Twitch yesterday.
He's built an alternator. It's possible he's going Shadow Flame here.
Could be interesting. And Future goes over the wall. That's so much damage, though. The Fed Lucian is not something we can forget about. And Joel able to pick up one. Silico just focusing on the tower here. He does pop the ulti, and now he's turning around for the Malphite. Goes over the wall. Oh my god! He breaks his ankles! It doesn't matter because he died, but...
Cool. He forgot to press Q.
Yeah,
wow. If he presses Q there, that might have been the greatest escape of all time.
Yeah, Silico knows it too. What if?
What if? That was cool.
The E flash, absolutely juking him.
Baiting out the ulti. I mean, like, Malphite still had flash. Ticini could have just easily gone over the wall and E'd, but...
Yeah, that was cool.
That for a second there, that was almost nice.
Yeah.
Are they going to catch? Are they going to spot out the Baron potential?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're even going for it. If they're just
I
clearing
don't
vision.
think Jid should be here. I don't think Claude. I don't think neither of them should be here.
Yeah,
Jackson
Jackson
going
going in.
Oh, never mind.
They get
Wait, no,
Future
Jackson's
down
not.
about half health, but he just gets completely popped, and now Jid's in a bit of trouble and is just lit up by Joey.
Yep. And Rakan's starting the Baron. I think he should probably press his R button sooner rather than later, but is what it is. Tushini's just gonna flash out.
Yeah, fair point. Joel making really good use of his ultimate here. He's firing from the top side jungle. Almost kills Will.
I mean, there's potential here, but Tushini doesn't have flash anymore. The true damage coming out from the AP touch.
Yep, and Akali flank actually with the TP is able to just light out the jungle. Taxi's playing so well this game, picks up the double kill, but Fuja should just be able to pick it up.
Out!
No, he's out! What?
Fuja just doesn't chase! Taxi goes in and gets out with the greatest heist of all time for real this time!
That was insane. Dude, Taxi and Silico are having such a good game here.
101 Thieves, and they're 2-star players.
Yeah, they're both fucking robbing Metabusters blind, so actually really good name here. I'm digging it.
We should have like a slogan for every team. Well, what would 101 Thieves slogan be?
Dude, I don't know. I'm terrible with that kind of stuff.
Probably like stealing your wallets. Oh, Jid's gonna get caught by Fuji here, but I don't know if he's actually caught. Jid's got some backup.
Yeah, and Rakan is super mobile. If anyone's getting caught here, I doubt it's him, but they actually do have a lot of survivability versus the Lucian, because you do have Shroud, Stealth with the Twitch, Xin ult, Silico has ultimate.
Lucian
really
does
tough.
chase really well though. If you land your W and then you start using the culling, every hit of the culling that lands on a W target gives you movement speed.
I did not know that, and I have a lot of mastery on Lucian, so thanks for the tip.
I should not have said that. Oh no, Dean, please don't. Please, leave me alone.
Nah,
I'm a
some of the
rookie
champions
ADC,
that I first started playing all the way back, I just don't think I ever fully read their abilities. It's like the newer the champion is, the more I know about them.
Oh, not in Soul they know.
Joey did try to go in there, but as we said before, Rakan's just a bit too mobile. Silico's trying to get Susini down, but he's just so tanky.
Joel's arrived. Joel's arrived. This is no longer doable for Silico.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
Too, keeping him alive.
Emilio, Ruger as well. Viego's going to find Jid on the jungle, but nothing's going to come out of that because Rakan's a fun champion. They're going to spot Taxi, actually. Oh, Taxi's making a play here.
He's cleaned up by oh my god, and then the
cleanup's
combo,
just too good.
The two ults coming down are just going to completely wipe, I forget who even got caught. Someone got obliterated. I think it was Will.
Joel hit Taxi with like two pops to the ultimate. And we really got to see that Luden Storm Surge. Luden Shadow Flame, rather.
Yeah.
That value coming in hard.
Metabusters now takes the lead here, and they're even in Dragons, which is pretty brutal for 101 Thieves, who had the lead all game. Are now sitting a bit far behind, and it looks like they're going for the Baron.
They might be going for top tower, honestly. No, they're going for Baron. But, I mean, there's a lot of standing gold on the map for them. The 101 Thieves is up 4 turrets, so if they equalize the turrets, they're massively ahead.
Yeah.
We're unfortunately getting to the point in the game where being massively ahead doesn't really, but still.
I mean, it's still pretty early. Only 24 minutes in.
Wait, seriously? There's like 2.5 items on most champs. Silico has 3, 3.5. Oh my lord. This is just a really accelerated game.
He just kind of ate the entire map for the turrets. Also, all these Frostbite games have been pretty bloody. I think the blind pick and just for fun attitude, I feel like, has driven people to go pretty kill hungry. We've seen some games where it's like 3 kills per minute, so definitely accelerates the games, which is really fun to watch. But yeah, Lucian has 4 items.
Lucian's caught here, kinda, but the Xerath ulti comes down, but I'll call it, yep, nope, the perfect.
Oh my god, Taxi almost got him! The Milio healing was too powerful. The ulti plus the heal summoner spell and the little fire pool keeping him alive.
There is no way! Fuji just got away with murder!
Yeah, you want to like rip your teeth out after that one. That was brutal.
That's gonna hurt my soul. It's gonna hurt more than Twitch is getting hurt by Baron empowered minions. Wait, if that Q lands, I think Will's just dead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I did know that the W gave movement speed, but I didn't realize that it was each hit of the ultimate. Okay. That makes
It's
sense.
every time you hit with anything, so your Q as
Okay.
well. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes Lucian great for chasing.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that you could keep like proccing it. I thought it was just like a one and done.
Nah, it's really good. It's also each hit of the ultimate gives you the passive, no? Passive on hit damage, or is that not the case?
I'm not sure.
I
thought
would have
that
to
was
look
just
it up.
on autos, but
I would have to look it up. I'm not sure. I think it's on allied autos, and your autos, but I'm not to be too sure.
I think deceptively complicated kit. He seems pretty straightforward, but maybe I'm just an idiot.
Lucian is one of those champions where like you spend maybe like 15 minutes reading all of his abilities, you get into a game, and you realize you wasted all that time because you can just throw brick face at wall and it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a really good description. Game has
Brick
slowed
face
down a
out
bit. It feels like
Okay, that.
Metabusters trying to just find a good fight to force something with, because I feel like the slower game is more beneficial to them when their objectives on the table. Silico kind of just gets to run it, but
Wait,
wow.
Viego's going to one-shot Gideon.
Yeah, and
Is this the end of it? Looks like the end
I'm
of it.
surprised he didn't chase, but I guess the stealth from Twitch just too confusing for him.
Nah, you just kind of give up at that point, I guess.
Yeah.
Twitch is probably already faster than him anyways.
Yeah.
God movement speed, yeah.
I just wasn't sure with Rakan Dash if you'd be able to catch him. Oh, but he
No,
catches
if
him
he-
now. He hits
Oh,
the flash. And that Lucian
He's
ulti was a bit
invested.
unnecessary.
I think there might have been a DC there. That's a little bit.
But yeah, this is just 3 free kills. Silico's still trying to contest. He's been doing so much this game. Is able to pick up another tower for his team. That's
I don't think he's
7
trying anymore.
total?
He's gonna get this in him for free unless he even gets
Yeah.
out.
He
Still has
does
the R button, gives
flash.
it the flash, gives it the E.
He might be out. He
Spinning
has
flash
flash
and the
ghosts. Yeah, he still hasn't used ultimate, but the base is just getting taken by Lucian. Rakan can do nothing about it.
Nope, Viego's found him.
Yeah,
has
Silico
to pop
just
the ulti now.
pops ultimate, and now he's
Movement
dead.
speed got stolen by the Malphite, and there you go.
Yeah, I wonder if he was just trying to fake a base, and then as soon as they left him alone, then he goes to push in the wave?
I mean, like, that might just win 101 Thieves the game, right?
Yeah,
If he
I mean,
just, like, takes it
if
out.
there is anyone in scrims that I would trust to backdoor me a game, it is Silico, hands down. So
Silico's top 3. I think, crazy enough, I trust Psycho Carrot to do it more, just because he has less regard for his own life.
yeah, but Psycho Carrot would not have to be on a support.
Pike can do it.
I'll just press X to doubt and
Press X to doubt. We
Toxic
don't
going
know-
in, looking for a
Toxic,
play
he's going in
here.
on the end.
He has the damage, but he would have to commit the ulti to it, and Viego's a tricky one, so it might be tough.
Diego's a funny champion, yeah.
Once Silico gets this fight, it is going to be an even 5v5, but there's no dragon anymore. Metabusters were just able to obtain it. The fight was just after the fact. That is crazy.
Huh?
I did not know that about Lucian's old E. That is ridiculous.
I have not had a silence like that in a long time. I was like drinking water. Do you have any like fancy drinks right now? What you got, buddy?
Like with me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have nothing right now. I had water at dinner.
Brother, I had pear cider. I'm gonna have apple cider for dinner.
Ooh, that's fun.
Both non-alcoholic. I don't drink alcohol, but yeah, fruit cider is great. Fruit
No,
juice.
I agree.
Yeah. Fuji
Taxi's looking
is
for
in
a
bit of
flank here,
dangerous
though.
position.
Jonah will melt instantly as soon as the
I-
Akali gets on him. He might be looking for a bit of a more valuable target to go on to, but he's just
He
biding his
doesn't have
time.
enough vision, doesn't have enough
Yeah,
information.
Silico
on the
picking
map.
up his 8th tower of the game. Looking for an inhib as well. He's just getting so much done.
Oh,
He might die on the back of this, but he does have
I don't
ultimate
think so,
available.
right? Yeah, he has ultimate available, right? He just
Yeah,
like... Oh no, he's turning, he's dead.
yeah, but
He's already used spinning flash and...
Zareth is just too powerful for him. And Will is
Rate
looking
of
for
the arcane
something,
picks it up.
but Fujer picking up a double kill, and he is going to tick down to Will's poison.
Ooh.
So it's a 1 for 3.
That was really cool by
Joey
Fuji, though. I'll
barely
be honest.
surviving.
Joey barely survives. Ticini is going to show up and press his button.
Oh, he got him! Jin! My goats! Jackson's dead. Jackson was dead from the beginning of that. He
Yeah,
did try to
Jackson's
just
dead.
all in the full HP Malphite as a 1-in-7 2-item Xin Zhao. That's never going to work, but I appreciate the courage.
What? You know, like, he doesn't have many other options. He might as well just buy time for the Recon to get away. I don't think G gets away if they don't focus Jackson down.
Valor, I do appreciate your choices.
What's his choices?
He said he's a craft beer drinker normally, but he'll do a pink Cosmo in a martini glass if
I
it's
know
time to party.
nothing about alcohol. I'll admit it right here, right now. I've been a fraud the entire time. I don't know a thing about alcohol. I know is it makes you funny man when you drink the funny juice.
It's funny. Yeah, I think I have a fridge full of like a lot of one-off beers that I will try once, but not
Right.
tonight.
You should make a channel where you drink a beer once a week and rate it in the channel.
I think that market is flooded, and I do not know enough about my drinking to make that good. They were
No. Just like we get a channel on Scrim Zone. Doesn't have to be a big thing. Come
Oh,
on.
okay. I thought you were like a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, no,
No, I
not all
don't.
that.
I think you would cry in your bed every day if you tried to do that.
Yeah, I don't need to make more content. That's too much already. Silico's looking for a backdoor.
Nah, Ticini's too thick at this point. Like, Silico does.
Oh,
Taxi?
Taxi dying is actually a pretty big deal. Silico's looking to just kill 2CD first, but he does get ulted. And now he's looking to run away. Maybe there could be a backdoor option, but 2CD's playing really good defense here.
Ticini is the best goalie on earth. Jackson's gonna go in for a steal here. He might
Yeah,
be able to do it.
if he gets it, it's crazy. Oh, but the blast code was just a bit too late. Now he gets wombo comboed, but Silico's looking for it. Does have the ultimate available.
Nope, Silico has to
That's
die.
one
I think
tower,
Silico needs to leave
and he's
now.
looking for 2CD. He's
Oh,
not
Will
able to
gets
get
picked
him.
off. Alright, honestly, for Silico, that's mission successful. You took one of the Nexus turrets. You do that 2 more times, game's over.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think
You know?
the inhib timer is probably going to screw him over. Because he took it a
We
while
don't talk
back.
about that. Oh, they steal on that ward. He was spot out on the blue ward. Yeah, Joel's hot in heels.
Yeah, and as soon as Joel gets ultimate, it makes Silica's life a lot harder. I think the big issue, though, is they can just siege with Lucian. He does so much damage, and Taxi just gets almost
Taxi's
one shot.
overextending too much.
Yeah, and this might just be game. I don't know how you stop the siege as 101 Thieves. Especially
You
with
stopped
Silico's
it.
ult down, and he can't even back, because Malphite's like right on top of him. Jackson's just getting chunked. He's going to die before he can even
the calling
move.
is huge, and I think it might just be over here.
Yeah, Taxi
Very
was able to get out, but he
powerful.
doesn't have ultimate available.
Yeah.
Fuji's just dancing around. Will is going to die to Joey, who
die.
almost
Towers
has
are
the
going
tower,
down,
but tower
Focus going down
dies.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This
no,
is
this
just
is
game.
over. This is all crying but the sheep now. There you
yeah.
go.
Honestly, as 101 Thieves, you can't be mad about that game. It was a really good way to go out. Super close right up until that end. But yeah, good effort from all the teams, and I believe that does allow Metabusters and 101, or Metabusters to lock their final spot in the bracket, and unfortunately that means we are saying goodbye to Spectres and 101 Thieves after that game.
07.
Yeah, so I will
Right.
show the bracket draw. Tiebreak was done by game time. So to start it off, we are going to see a rematch between Andromeda and Rift Sharks, followed by Mass Valorant Pirates and Metabusters duking it out. So the remaining 4 charities are the PCRF, the Ocean Defenders Alliance, Vet Ranch, and Brain and Behavior Foundation. All four pretty unique charities, so be sure to stick around until the end of the stream tomorrow to see who wins. And just another reminder for those who are tuning in again tomorrow, any donations, tips, subs, anything that we get for the duration of this event, all of that will go directly to charity. We are tracking it on the screen. Highest so far was from Psycho Carrot, $30. For the culture, I'll match whatever the highest one is. So,
So you're donating a 30 right now.
yeah. So we'll see.
Alright.
If anyone wants to go beat that, I applaud you and I will join you in it. But I think that is it for the stream tonight. So thanks, Honan, for hopping on for the rest of that game. And
Yeah, no
if
problem.
anyone's listening and would like to help me out with the bracket tomorrow, would be greatly appreciated. I prefer to not have to cast my own games, but shorter day tomorrow. Only 3 games instead of 4, so it should be a bit of a shorter stream. But we'll drag out more time in between games because we'll have to cover drafts, and we will definitely want to stick around at the end to collect any
Do some
leftover
research.
donations.
Start analyzing these teams before you watch the games.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Good night,
See you guys
everybody.
next time.
Yep. See you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern.